Hello, my name is Andres Cardenas, and I will be going through reception theory and narrative theory through relating to South Park: The Stick of Truth. For my presentation, I will be analyzing the South Park franchise through the use of narrative theory, which consists of props, 7 fairy tale characters theory, and Todorow's equilibrium theory. I will also briefly look at reception theory by Stuart Hall. So let's start by talking about how reception theory could apply it to the audience. Stick of truth. But before we do, we need to know a bit about the audience for this product. South Park is an American adult animated sitcom created by Trey Parker and Matt Stone and developed by Brian Graden for the television network Comedy Central. The show revolves around 4 boys: Kyle Broflovsky, Eric Cartman, Sam Marsh, and Kenny McCormick, and their weird adventures in and around Colorado. South Park uses a very large cast of recurring characters which become infamous for profanity and dark, surreal humor that satirizes a wide range of topics towards a mature audience. South Park first aired in 1995 and is still ongoing to this day. South Park has also expanded into a movie called South Park: Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. South Park has also expanded into 2 video games called South Park: The Stick of Truth and the other called South Park: The Fractured Butthole, which is due to release this year sometime very soon. Here we have the game and the movie of South Park: The Stick of Truth, um, with a global total of 93 million, which made an $93 million, and the movie making just over 52 million. So a lot of people have watched this, are going to see it. Um, not only young people, but I'm sure older people as well has gone to see it. Um, I will now move on to South Park, talking about this South Park: Stick of Truth game. South Park: The Stick of Truth is an RPG role-playing game. It is rated 18. Released 14th of March 2014. Released on PlayStation 3 and 4, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PC. Published by Ubisoft and written by Trey Parker and Matt Stone. The main character who the player controls is the new kid, nicknamed Douchebag. The new kid is a silent protagonist who has recently moved into the town of South Park, befriending the local boys as he becomes involved in a role-playing fantasy game that consists of wizards and warriors fighting for control of the Stick of Truth, a twig that possesses limitless power. On the bottom left, you can see my character, the new kid, the character that I control, and on the bottom right, you can see the Stick of Truth, a twig that possesses limitless power. I will now go on to reception theory. Reception theory consists, firstly, of dominant reception. The dominant reception, which is to South Park franchise, is that it's unconventional, it's unexpected, it likes to make fun of others. It has a sophisticated sense of humor, and the creators like to take risks with the content. The negotiated reception for South Park might be that although it's funny, it's not as challenging as some other TV shows such as Family Guy and American Dad. The oppositional reception is that it's rude, contains too much explicit language, and it's not suitable for children, so should not be shown on TV. It also has a lot of graphic scenes that should not be shown, and which is also why it has a wood. It had a It is after the watershed of 9 p.m. We're now going to Prop 7 fairy tale characters. His theory, Prop fairy tale character theory suggests that most narratives there are 7 common characters. Prop had noticed that in many folk tales there were many similarities in a variety of areas. He came up with a theory regarding characters and actions within the narrative. His 7 character types were the hero, the villain, donor, the helper, princess, false hero, and the dispatcher. The hero is someone who goes on to save the day. Villain is someone who seeks out to destroy the world. The donor is someone who provides the hero with like a weapon or some kind of potion that will help them during the quest. Um, in order to stop the villain or in order to progress. The helper is someone who goes out along with the villain and helps them along in their quest, such as fighting or handing out potions. The prisoner is someone who is always in distress and in need of rescue. The false hero is someone who appears to be good but is also but turns out to be a villain. The dispatcher is someone who sends the hero on his quest. Prop theory in relation to South Park: Stick of Truth. Using prop theory, we can see that the hero is the new kid. The villain is in South Park: The Stick of Truth. Many villains appears in many forms in the game, such as an alien, Kyle, Craig, Nazi zombies, names, and side quest villain. Here I placed an image of two drug drug addicts who provide the main character with a form of substance that make coffee seem much more better. The, don- the donut in South Park: The Stick of Truth uh, is Eric Cartman, Randy Butters, Terrence, and Phillip. These characters teaches the hero how to fight and how to battle and how they can use different kinds of farts to stun an enemy and inflict damage on your opponent. Here is an image of Eric Cartman, who happens to be the donor. There are a few characters in South Park: The Stick of Truth, such as Cartman, Kenny, Stan, Butters, Clyde. These characters help the hero in battle. Here's a picture of Butters. He he has a special ability who which is a healing power that can only heal my main character in battle when I am running low in health. The dispatcher is someone who sends you. There are a variety of characters in South Park: The Stick of Truth, such as Eric Cartman, Randy, Goth Kids, the girls, and many more. Here is an image of Randy sending me on a quest to free him. Here is an image. I couldn't. The princess is someone who gets kidnapped and is stressed in need of rescue. In South Park: The Stick of Truth, the princess is Kenny. He is one of the local boys who chose to dress up as a princess. In in the South Park: The Stick of Truth, the the false hero is Clyde, because when we first see him, he is part of Eric Cartman's kinder keep, but until he is banished and builds his own kingdom and gathers his own army for not keeping the twig safe. To conclude Prop's theory, what the writers of South Park did was to intentionally apply more than one of the 7 characters' action functions to multiple variety of characters in South Park: the Stick of Truth, such as Eric Cartman being the donor, the dispatcher, and the helper in this complex narrative. I will now go on to Todoro's equilibrium theory. His theory consists a state of equilibrium, which means that everything is all peaceful. A disruption of the equilibrium means that something has disrupted that peacefulness. A recognition of disruption is that of the equilibrium means that someone has recognized the disruption of that peace. An attempt to fix the disruption means that someone will attempt to fix the disruption and bring back that peace. A restatement of the equilibrium means that everything is all peaceful again. These 5 stages can be seen throughout many films and has been applied to in many films uh, to many films and TV shows. Todoro's theory in relation to South Park: The Stick of Truth. The state of equilibrium for South Park: The Stick of Truth we see here is when the new kid is sleeping in bed after a long day of multiple quests of gathering different warriors for their cause and fighting elves. I have provided an image of my main character sleeping after a long day. A disruption of the equilibrium is when aliens kidnap the new kid onto the spaceship and insert a probe into him. Here is the image of as you can see, we have an image of 5 aliens looking down on the new kid. A recognition of disruption of the new kid realizes that he is trapped and finds Randy is in the same position, and Randy realizes that he is able to escape and asks him to find the console that will set him free, which he will then which will help him then escape. An attempt to fix the disruption of the equilibrium is when the new kid frees himself and attempts to seek out the control panel that will set Randy free while fighting alien guards and alien bosses. To conclude Todoro's theory, the writers of South Park deliberately chose not to always proceed the narrative in the exact same order of these 5 stages throughout the narrative. Throughout the entire game, they intentionally chose to disrupt the equilibrium after attempting to fix the equilibrium from time to time. This makes the game more enjoyable as it keeps the unexpected, the sophisticated humor, and the unconventional content and narrative that South Park is known for, which is what the audience want and love about the South Park franchise.